After a while, you'll get good at it. I'm not even taking my little rug around with me, you know, to protect the paint in case I spill or something. Oh, look at that. Almost got a little bit right there. And see, I've just got that throwaway paintbrush, and it's thin enough that I can go right down to the carpet, and you'll get a knack to know which way you're working. I like to work from left to right because I can see better, and you might want to go from right to left or whatever. We can just continue that up a little bit. You know, wherever you see anything, if you see one or two marks, like on the door jamb, just go ahead and do the whole thing up to a certain point. You know, it'll trick the eye, and at least when somebody's walking along, they can look at that and see that it's all been painted, and they're going to make the assumption the rest of the door jamb is painted, let's say. Now I'm going to look at the door here. And see, there's quite a few marks on there. Now my decision is, okay, do I try to dab a little bit on there, or do I want to paint the whole edge? Well, I don't know. I think I'm just going to dab it because this paint blends in really good. But if your paint on your door looks pretty tired, you could go ahead and paint the whole bottom of your door, the whole bottom slab, let's say. You know, just like that. See, that looks way better than it did before. And all right, I'll do it. It actually doesn't take that long. I'm just putting a thin coat on it. Can you see that? Let's get you resituated here. Throw away paintbrush and all. So I get right down to the carpet. Just putting a little bit of paint on my paintbrush at a time. Now if I was painting these doors all the way, I'd probably take them down and maybe do them with a roller or something, I don't know. Just have to decide what kind of door you have, and if you have, you know, those panels in the door, you might have to do those with a paintbrush and then do the rest with a mini roller. Or you could do it with the paintbrush. It's just, you do it with the brush, you've got to do nice even strokes on there and try not to get any more paint on it in any one place than the other. You know, but if it dries, you got the chance of your paintbrush lines showing. That's why I would normally do that with a mini roller, and you get a little bit of a stipple finish on your door, but at least it would all be the same. Okay, but in this case, I'm just doing a quick thing, knowing that in a couple years this whole thing's going to have to be painted properly. You see, the styles usually are going vertical. This is going horizontal. So I would paint this from this line this direction. And then this edge, I would go up the other way. You know, this doesn't have wood grains on it though. It's that it's just a slab. No grains in it, so I could go across if I wanted. You know. Then I'll look at that and see if there's any other little spots. See that there was a little bit of a darker spot right there, so I can just put a little bit extra paint on there and that's it. I think I'm gonna leave the bottom of that door. That looks way better than it did before. Okay. Let's get you over here. Actually, see if I was doing this, I like to go this way because I can't really see as well. I mean, I can do it, but it's easier for me if I'm over here facing the door. I got the camera right there, so I'll see what I can do. I just have to kind of look over a little bit further, you know. And this brush, it works fine. You know, you don't need a fancy $15 brush, okay? Just use something that you got control over. Little paint at a time. Oh, wasn't watching what I was doing there, was I? Okay, I barely got any on there, so I'm good. Light touch, and you won't overdo it on your carpet. If you do, you'll do it once or twice and then you'll know what to do next time as to not getting it on the carpet. Okay, see, I'm kind of looking over it, so I would have to do this business and then I can see exactly what I'm doing. There. And then I'll do a once over on this door. You know, when you go up halfway, don't forget to look up higher. Okay? I'm looking up here and I'm seeing, my word, it's like luggage dragging around this corner, or a vacuum cleaner cord. You can just hit that like that. See, this whole door jamb looks way better now than it did, and that's all I'm going to do on that door jamb right there, right over there, the bottom of this door. I've already done this, and this baseboard here, I ended up kind of painting that whole thing because it's a counter and there's all kinds of stuff on it, plus it's in the main room. So I kind of looked at this stuff here a little bit more and made a decision, okay, how good do I have to do it? I went around these door jambs here at the bottoms and came up the edges. See? And I stood back and kind of looked up higher on there. And just do a once over there, and then I just kept going. You can start in one corner and just keep going. So I went around in here, did the same thing. I even did the bifold door. I pulled that out, you know, like that, and I checked the bottom of it and stuff. And then I started right here again, kind of went around the corner, looked at that, over by the toilet, did over there. And I made sure I did both sides of the door, and I just kept going. And see, you're not going to have to do all the baseboard. Like when I was in this room, okay, I got one little piece of baseboard there and one over there by the bed. That's it. Along that back wall, see, I couldn't get in over there. But I guess I could look at that, but that in there looks actually pretty good. I got one little spot right there, which I did, and then I kind of zipped around this door, checked that out, even went around the door up here, and over here on this other side. And I did that using my little $1.50 paintbrush. That's all I did. See, this cleans up your place. You can do the same thing. And on this main room, I only have a little bit of trim, nothing over where the couch is. And went over here by the armoire and did that. So I'm almost done. You know, granted, now I have to do this bedroom a little bit and around this door and kind of into the bathroom. So just start, and you might think, oh man, this is going to take me forever, but it really doesn't take you very long. And what do I have? A $1.50 paintbrush, and I've had some paint here that I've had in this plastic container for a few years. And I've got my little drop, my knee pad, and I had a mixer, and I had my little craft paper. This craft paper I've had for a while now, and I just keep unrolling it and save it and use it for my paint drop. You know, that's where I mixed up the paint. And so I've got a little bit more to go, and I'm out of here. Hey, when you think you're done, check it all out all the way. Look all the way up on the door and the jambs and stuff, because I saw a big huge black mark up here, and I'm not sure where that came from, but it was like, my word, I'm glad I looked up. And then I also looked up at the top of this, and before, this door used to rub up here, and somebody had fixed it and pushed it back over, but the whole edge of the door up here was all raw. And it was like, man, I'm glad I checked that out. So I painted that, and then I looked over here at the top edge of the jamb, and sure enough, that was all rubbed off. So I painted that. So, you know, just check everything out all the way. And I checked the edges of the doors and the edges of the jambs around the corners and all that good stuff. And you know, this edge all the way down, and the front edge, you know, check that, and just kind of look at this, because you might have some nicks on your door edge and stuff. And I even had a little mark up there, so I went ahead and did that. I looked up here at the top of the jamb and had some marks up there. So, you know, it doesn't take long when you got the paint out. So just do a quick once over, then you can call it done. Now, how much did you save by doing that yourself, touching up your baseboards and your door jambs and your doors? I'd say you probably saved about $125. Now, what's your time worth? Or, you know, you don't have the money, grab yourself a little bit of paint and a paintbrush. And once you have the paint, I've got plenty of paint to do it again, or to repaint the baseboards later on, or the doors, or whatever. Okay? Save your money and start doing things yourself. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.